Hello, this is Katsuganks. Um, so I figured that it'd be a good idea if I made a video to go with this thread that I made, because I didn't find a way to include a bunch of screenshots, and I figured a video walkthrough as well as some audio would help the process a little bit. So basically, I'm going to jump right in. The first thing you need to do is you'll need to go here and you'll need to download this pack of tools that I made. I already downloaded it. And you'll want to open it with WinRAR, and you can put this anywhere you want. I'm just going to put it on the desktop for demonstration purposes, but I'd also put it in the documents or wherever I put the rest of my files. Now, you'll want to go into this folder and you'll see a couple tools. First off, you have the DDS viewer, which I put into two folders, I don't know why. The DDS viewer is this little program right here. You use it to open up your, or rather, you use it so you can look at DDS files. It's, because you can't usually look at them, and it won't help a lot, especially with Melon's site, but it's always good to have. The Quick BMS is your extractor tool. Your extractor tool is how you'll get everything out of the pack that you download from any mod. And it's in three parts, and we'll get to that later. And then you have the packer. The packer isn't just an exe, it's also somewhat of a file system. You have your map data, which we won't really get to. I don't really mess with that stuff. Resource, however, is the folder where all mods go into. This is where you'll put all your mods, and you use the pack packer to make it into a pack to put in your Dragon Nest folder. Now, first off, we'll want to first find a mod, and secondly, find what we want it to put it onto. So let's look a bit. Let's see. This works best with weapons, since weapons can basically be used on any class. I'm going to be modding something for my mercenary. Let's see here. I've been wanting to do this chainsaw saber. So we'll go into the thread, and let's see here. It apparently works on level 24 rare swords, but my mercenary uses an axe, so we'll fix that up. So you'll want to download the file. Let it download. Alright, now you'll want to drag it into your modding for dummies folder, or whatever you decide to name it. Now that we have that, you'll want to extract it. Basically how you do that is you double click on your Quick BMS, it opens this little command prompt, and it asks for file. The first thing you want to give it is the script file. So this right here, it's in the main folder, and it'll ask for another file. Now you want to put the pack. So you double click on the pack, and now once more it asks for where you want to save it. So we'll create a new folder, and we'll name it Chainsaw Saber. Alright, now we'll go in and we'll hit save, and it extracts all the files. So now we can close that, and we go to our Chainsaw Saber file, and it has the DDS file, a mesh file, a skin, and two skin files. These skin files are the swords it covers. I'm assuming they're the skeleton swords. So let's just take a look at this right here. It seems like they used the swim axe as the main thing when they were making the item. So they might be called this, but the actual file itself is completely different, and I'll show you an example. So this asks what program I want to open this with. So we'll select this, and we want to go to Browse, and find your modding folder, and you want to double click Yes Viewer. And you want to check Always use the selected program to open this kind of file, and click OK. Now we can see what it looks like. You can see that it's definitely not a swimming axe, and that it's the chainsaw saber. And you can use your mouse wheel to scroll through other DDS files in the same folder. Alright, so now that we have this, we need to find out what we want it to cover up. So, we'll go over here, and let's see here. Oh, right, of course. So we'll go back to my guide, and we'll go to Melon's album, and we'll want to, since we're modding this for Mercenary, we need to find the weapon that he's wearing. Now, the weapon I'm wearing in game is this, the level 24 rare axe. So now that I know what it's called, Warrior Axe BO1C, I want to copy that and go to the folder where we have our installed mod, or our downloaded mod, and let's see. I don't need both of these skin folders, skin files, because I'm only modding it for one item. The skin files are basically the only thing you actually need to change. So, and you only need one of them, or at least one of them for each item, each different item. So I only need one, so I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to rename this, and just paste in the Warrior Axe BO1C. Now that that's done, we want to highlight these, and copy them, and go to our packer, and we want to drop them in the resource. Now, you can also create subfolders. They're not exactly needed. I personally do it with all of my mods, and I find it to be very organized, but it's up to you. If you're not modding very much, it might just be easier to just dump them in here. And so now that we have that covered, we want to go here, and we want to double-click our packer.exe. And we want to pack the resource folder, not the map data folder. So we'll click resource, and we'll click and you get this. Now, I recommend renaming these so that you don't get your mods mixed up, because if you get them mixed up, the only way you can find out is either through trial and error in-game, or extracting them all, and that could be a very lengthy process. So we'll call this the chainsaw pack. Now, we need to go to our Dragon Nest folder. It's usually located in your C folder, and then Nexon, and then Dragon Nest. So all we need to do is just drop it in, and it drops in, and then we'll go to Dragon Nest. So we'll open it up, and going to skip past this. Alright, well, I'm back, and I have the sword mod successfully in the game. And you see that it also covers my axe.
Out of my way!
That's pretty much it. It works really well. There doesn't seem to be any glitches with it. There's no sword trails, but that's a complex subject I don't really want to go into. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it helpful. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment or post in my thread, and yeah, thank you for watching.
Out of my way!
See ya.